Konnichiwa, Guan, this is Cardi Medu. Nothing but good vibes, keeping it real too. We do reactions, gaming, everything. Like, share, and subscribe, and let's do this thing. Konnichiwa, Guan, Cardi Medu here. And yeah, so what we're going to be doing today is going to be my top 10 list of the best female video game characters. Now, it's not to get confused with my favorite. I'm talking about the best, so in terms of storyline, what they do, and just their impact in general, in my opinion, obviously, as a whole in like the franchise. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep it to one character for each game, because I don't think it'd be fair to have like multiple, because there's some games that just have better characters in general than others. So that's why I'm keeping it to one per franchise, basically. So yeah. Anyway, so first kicking it off at number 10 has to be Samus. Everyone knows Samus. Samus is from Metroid. Is the main character of Metroid, Metroid Prime, all of that. And she's just so sick. Like she was the very first female main character ever, I believe. And she's got a cool suit, you know, she's out in space, you know, fighting monsters, like creatures, all these sorts of stuff, and a lot of these creatures are flipping nightmare fuel, seriously. Like, there's one in particular, nightmare. But yeah, so that's why Samus is at number 10, because her impact as in video games in general has been massive. The only reason why she's probably not higher is because I haven't played too much of Metroid. I've only played Metroid Fusion on the GBA. That's my Metroid game that I played. But yeah, for number 9 has to go to Chun-Li from Street Fighter. Now, I'm sure everyone knew that she was going to be on the list because her impact to fighting games in general was mad. Like, obviously she in Street Fighter is the most successful fighting game of all time, and she was the very first female lead to be in Street Fighter. She debuted in Street Fighter 2 back in the 90s, and since then, literally, I think, to be honest, I think without her there wouldn't be half as much like female fighting game characters moving forward as without Chun-Li. So that's why she had to be on the list, and that's why she's here on the list at number 9. For 8th place for me is Isabella Keys from the Dead Rising franchise. She plays a very important role in the whole story. She debuted in number 1. She's the whole reason why she made Zombrex. Without her, there'd be no Zombrex, so people wouldn't have been able to be cured from turning into zombies. And just everything. Her and Frank West basically made the Zombrex a thing. And yeah, so you go throughout the story and stuff, she's heavily involved. She's in Case West, she's in Dead Rising 3, and literally, yeah. I'm going to try not to spoil anything, because if there's people that want to play it and they haven't, yeah. But Dead Rising 3, there's a very big thing about her, and yeah, so that's why she's out, and she's badass as well, flipping out. I mean, there's literally a boss fight in the first game where she's trying to run you over with like a motorcycle. So yeah, the only reason why she's at 8th place is because the certain thing she does in number 3 isn't exactly a good thing. So yeah. In 7th place has to be Nina Williams from Tekken. Tekken is my favourite fighting game franchise, and Nina is just badass. Like, she's been in since Tekken 1. She's basically an assassin. She's a hired assassin, like bounty hunter and stuff. So, and just in each tournament, she's just, you know what I mean, doing her thing, being badass, and yeah, like, and she even, to the point where she was even able to get her own game back on PS2, which wasn't the greatest game. I won't lie to you. But yeah, either way, Nina's the most badass second character, female second character of all time. Like, she will always be, and I think she's one of the only characters to be in every single game. So yeah. Sixth place, it's gonna have to go to Rouge the Bat from the Sonic franchise. Now, a lot of people may not agree with me and would probably say Amy Rose. Reason why I say Rouge is because just her whole personality and stuff. Like, my thing with Amy Rose, like, she's always kind of like being a bit goofy and just chasing Sonic all the time. Rouge, she's got her own goal. She's an emerald thief, like, and she's always trying to get like jewels and stuff like that. And a lot of the time, like, currently in the Sonic story, she basically helps the government. She's like a secret spy and stuff. And yeah, literally, she's just epic. Like, she does martial arts and stuff like that. And she's my favorite character's love interest, which is really cool. And they just, which is Knuckles, and both her and Knuckles as a team is just the best thing in the Sonic franchise. So yeah, so she had to be number 6. For number 5, this is where we get to the proper, like, deep, cool characters and the ones that I really rate highly. And for number 5, it is Lulu from Final Fantasy X. Final Fantasy X is my favourite Final Fantasy game. I had the most nostalgia with it. I spent the most time with it, and Lulu as a character was just so solid. Like, she's a black mage. Literally, she just, her whole personality. So you basically, obviously playing Final Fantasy X, you start off with when you first meet her and stuff, you basically find out that Waka, shout out Waka, he's a great character. Waka, she used to be like with Waka's brother, but obviously Waka's brother died to the main villain Sin in Final Fantasy X. And yeah, as you go through your journey, like, what's cool about her is she's a very serious, like, she seems pretty stern as a character, but like, she's very kind-hearted and she does really care about the group, and she's almost like a motherly, like, figure to the rest of the squad. And yeah, she's just, and she's one of the best characters in general Final Fantasy X to use. Like, I always have her on my team. I don't ever take her out, but you can have up to like 4 people in a party at one time. But yeah, she's always in my party. But yeah, so that's why she's number 5. As for number 4, it is Faye from Phoenix Wright. Well, the Ace Attorney series. Now, Faye, without Faye, there'd be no Phoenix Wright. That's the real of it, because obviously Faye taught everything Phoenix Wright knows. He was under her. Obviously, sadly, she gets killed off in the second, like, chapter of Phoenix Wright, which is really annoying. But yeah, throughout the game, you still get to see her, because obviously she's from a family of spirit mediums, and her sister Faye ends up becoming Phoenix's assistant, and Mia comes back from time to time as a spirit through Maya, and you get to see a lot more of her. So even though she died quickly, you still get to see her personality shine and just see how smart she is, and just as a whole how great she is as a character in the Ace Attorney series. And you even get to play as her in in Trials and Tribulations, which is the 3rd game. You get to do like some throwback cases when she was just started off, so that's really cool as well. But yeah, so she had to be like really high on this, because Ace Attorney is one of the best games ever. I generally believe that. Alright, now it's for the top 3. The top 3 video games female characters, and for 3rd place, it is got to be Kyoko Kirigiri from the Danganronpa series. I love Danganronpa. It's become my favorite video game franchise. So, like, this one was actually hard for me to actually figure out who I wanted to put for this, but it had to be Kyoko Kirigiri. Honestly, like, her impact in the whole franchise Not so much 3 because 3 was kind of, you know what I mean, but for the first 2 games, her impact was so insane. Like, she's a her ultimate power, to the people that know Danganronpa, you'll know what this means, but yeah, she's the ultimate detective. So when you're like, when you find out someone's been killed, like, she is one of the key people that figures out what's going on and how everything kind of clicks into place. And when you end up going into the trials, she just kills it with information and the way she relays things and everything. It's almost like, because they're all like school students, isn't it? It's almost like she's mentally an adult. Like, she's so far ahead of the rest of them. And it's just really cool to see it. Like, you just, like, at first, you're like, is she, like, here to help us, or is she just being shady? But as you get to know her and stuff, you just realize that she's just really cool. And yeah, like, she's actually willing to help all her classmates and stuff. So yeah, for second place, this one's very special to me. It has to be Aqua from Kingdom Hearts. Now, Aqua, my goodness, is one of the most amazing Kingdom Hearts characters ever. In fact, no, scrap that. One of the most amazing Square Enix characters ever. Like, Aqua, so basically, she is basically like the first Keyblade Master out of the seven Heroes of Light, because you play with her, like, you first meet her in Birth by Sleep, and that's basically essentially the first game in story wise. So yeah, you get to see her, you see her become like a Keyblade Master and stuff, and just her whole like reason for doing what she does, it's just amazing. Like, and she goes through hell, like, literally, like, she will go, like, she went into the realm of darkness for how long and somehow survived. And you just to see her, when I've recently been Kingdom Hearts 3, to see her again in Kingdom Hearts 3, it just made me so happy. Like, and she's generally one of the most nicest characters in the whole game. Like, all she wants to do is just help everybody out and help her friends out, and just, you know what I mean, just be really helpful to her comrades and just, you know, bring light into the world. And she's cool, man. She's really cool and got one of the greatest, you know, I think her design is so amazing. Like, literally, I think she's got a really cool design. And she's just beautiful, you know what I mean? What can I say? First place, drum roll. First place is Cassandra from the Assassin's Creed franchise. Now, there's been a few great female characters from Assassin's Creed, but it had to be Cassandra at the end of the day. It was out of her and Eivor from Valhalla, but it had to be Cassandra just because Cassandra is a Mystios. She's related to Leonidas. She's his granddaughter, and so you get to, and she's got his broken spear, and it's just, you go through the game, you're trying to find your family and stuff, and you can't not like Cassandra. Like, she's one of the best Assassin's Creed protagonists, literally. And it's just so cool, literally. Like, you go through the game and just get to see how she brings people back, how she helps people, and how badass she is in general. Like, listen, she's nice, but if you fuck her off, like, you piss her off, then, you know what I mean, you're gonna know about it. But yeah, no, like, most of lockdown, I was playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Odyssey and stuff, so I just fell in love with her character so much, and she's just so amazing. So if you haven't played Odyssey, you actually get the choice to choose if you want to be her or Alexios. Cassandra's actually the canon choice, Electros is the canon Deimos. So yeah, so that's my list. Let me know what you lot's favourite female characters in video games are. Let me know if you disagree, if you have like the same list and that you would have changed it differently or whatever. Like, just let me know. And yeah, if you like these top 10s, top 5s, yeah, give me some ideas. You know what I mean? Always open to some ideas of top, you know, making lists and stuff like that. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. And yeah, peace out.